That's right, the final match of today's quarterfinals. We've got ISMOO, we've got TARS. We're going into pre-bans right now, and it is going to be Pontos and Gianna getting pre-banned in this very first match. TARS with the first pick.
TARS' first pick advantage is pretty good here for him. He's got a deep box. He could take something away from ISMOO right away. We do know that ISMOO has a pretty good Sierra. ISMOO does have a very good Praha as well. We saw that effectively against Levert there in the semifinals of the European Cup. But these players are just going in quick. There's the first pick. Carnal into a response. Wusa and Chungpung.
Yeah, definitely some confident drafting here. Wusa, Chungpung, Carnal into Moore and Ganymede. Now I want to see ISMOO really start to slow things down. Think about this.
I like that Wusa has become such a relevant pick early on. Oh, I don't know if I like that. That's a pretty scary pick to take into somebody as fast and as high damaging as TARS.
So TARS and Leo is being drafted by ISMOO here.
Interesting. I'm not quite sure if TARS has anti-Leo counter opportunities here. He could pick 2 slow units to go into this, things that can kill the Antares, but at the same time, could just play into it, ban it out, or kill it really early on. There's the Nana. We see her in every game. She's so good for these opportunities. The defensive nature from her is incredible, and her ability to lock down units is strong too.
Interesting. Juno's going to be wrapping up TARS' draft here. ISMOO, he's bringing out the Vertigil here.
Vertihile, interesting. Ooh, the Nana ban, and the Leo stays up in this draft.
Yeah, the bans were so fast here. Nana gets banned out. Vertihill gets banned out here. We're looking at a speed lead coming up for TARS and a defense lead for ISMOO. Well, here we go, guys. We have our first match with ISMOO and TARS. We're already getting into it with Leo kicking it off.
Wonder if we're gonna see a repeat of 2019 here with the incredible Antares. There it is, first turn Antares proc. It's happening already. ISMOO with the potential for a lot of chip damage. Let's see how much it does, though.
Yep, let's see what this Antares is gonna be doing here. Just a little bit of AoE damage, hoping for some despair stuns. Not really getting anything there.
Not a lot of damage output here from the Antares, but he is incredibly tanky. You got to be careful here. Seal Magic coming out into the Wusa. The pushback could be great, but doesn't hit it on the Chungpung.
Yeah, Chungpung with full attack bar. Does Chungpung get stunned up? No, it does get slowed, though, by the Carnal.
Yeah, slow. Not super relevant here in this situation, knowing that the Leo's on the field, but Juno. If the Juno's built on additional damage by attack instead of Sweet Heroes, could be a lot of damage output. Stun from Antares into the Carnal. Very effective.
Yeah, definitely a good despair stun for him. It was attack broke, so it wasn't able to do a ton of damage here. Gets another turn. No despair stun this time on top of the Ganymede, though. Antares doing exactly what Antares needs to do. And Wusa doing exactly what Wusa needs to do. That's a 2-turn sleep sitting on top of this Water Ryu.
What an incredibly dominant setup here, giving these very small percentages, but being able to aggress them so hard. And there it is, 2019 happening all over again. Antares with the big skill 2, full HP, rotates in with the stun. Oh, but a double stun and another turn for Antares. Antares is popping off right now. Stoic, are you seeing this?
I'm seeing an Antares doing exactly what I've seen Antares do, and that's just get a ton of turns here.
Another extra turn here for Chungpung. Chungpung with the damage.
This Water Ryu is going to be dropping very shortly as well. I mean, time's ticking. We're going to see possibly a natural turn coming out of the Antares, though. Nope, never mind. He got his turn anyways. Oh, there you have it. ISMOO taking round 1 away from TARS.
Wow. Antares popped off. Antares did everything he's supposed to do. He strikes the fear of Summoner's War into you. He is so... That was wild. He took 4 turns back to back and just ended TARS' dreams.
Such a strong unit. It takes advantage of additional damage as well. I mean, TARS even had an attack break on top of the Antares, but Antares was dealing damage like he didn't care.
Yeah, the stun potential opportunity from Antares is very, very good and fairly dominant in a situation like this. I think TARS needs to readjust his approach into the Leo, though. The Bird does have a lot of potential alongside the Antares to give extra turns and be very frustrating, but he needed the extra damage output and the rotation advantage that he got by not having a Leo there to cap his speed.
Well, you can see the pre-bans from last time. Pontos and Gianna are now available. New pre-bans is Okeanos and Tianling, not an Antares getting pre-banned out here.
I don't think we're going to see an Antares pre-ban. I think he might draft accordingly, knowing it's going to happen, but I don't think we're going to see the pre-ban on it. I'm feeling another Nana draft out of TARS here. ISMOO taking the M Bison or the Cardinal first pick.
That's right. Taz looking to respond after seeing that unit being drafted. And it's going to be a Gianna and a Wusa possibly coming out for Taz here. Interesting early pick on the Gianna.
Yeah, he knows ISMOO doesn't have it, so it is a flexible pick, but ISMOO slams down the Hey Gang and the Chongpeng right away. It's a lot of opportunity for interesting things to come up from TARS.
Ganymede looks like he's going to be drafted by TARS as well. Ganny Hathor looking at being drafted by TARS.
To be fair, Ganny Hathor Wusa has gotten a lot stronger. This comp actually does work fairly effectively on the ladder. ISMOO needs to be careful though, because if he loses that Hey Gang, then there's a lot of potential for TARS to rotate on him with a last pick Chiwu.
Ooh, ISMOO last picking a Water Ryu to wrap up his draft here. Double speed lead for ISMOO. Trying to flex on him with a little bit of speed this time.
Diana last pick ban Cardinal's really strong here. Even with the glancing potential from both the Chongpeng and the Hey Gang, it's a little bit risky.
Yeah, well, Diana's in, locked and loaded as well. Bans are coming out here.
Interesting. TARS mentioned that he feels like ISMOO plays a lot of slower setups, but we're actually seeing a pretty aggressive draft here from ISMOO, and they're the bans as we kind of assumed so.
Yep, Diana and Fire and Bison getting banned out. And we've got ISMOO looking at taking first turn in this round 2 between ISMOO and Taz. And he is. Water Ryu looking for a full team strip, not receiving a full team strip.
Doesn't need the skill 3 yet. Just wants to rotate here. Push that Water Ryu forward to take out the passive.
We're looking at a big strip here coming from Chongpeng. Apply some glancing on the field of Taz here. Doesn't get the strip on top of the Wusa, but he does get the additional turn to reduce the attack bar and reset Ganny Hathor.
Didn't reset the Ganny though, so Ganny still have skill 3 available. Ganny moves in front though, so Ganny can reset any of the units here for an opportunity.
Holy Ground comes out, cleanses up that bomb. We've got Wusa trying to get shield and immunity up. Hey Gang still having a strip.
Interesting to note, though, ISMOO's turn order here. He has this Chongpeng move in front of his Hey Gang. Oh, and I'm corrected. The Ganny does not move in front of the Gianna there. It's a little unfortunate.
And there's the ventilate back onto the Wusa, so the Wusa is going to have that immunity and shields back up once again. Let's see if he goes for the strip here. And he does, but he doesn't get the strip on top of Hathor and Ganny.
I needed the silence there on the Wusa. Does get it. Can't push the Water Ryu forward. Can't push his passive when he's invincible like that.
Able to strip the immunity, but not the shield on top of Ganny Hathor. But he is going to be stripping him here. Going to be seeing some defense break landing on the field. Hathor does have skills up, but she is glanced.
Yeah, the skill 2 does work effectively. The strip will still hit, but doesn't really need it. Oh, tries to go over the strip on the Chongpeng, but misses it, just like that glancing. Little unfortunate here.
There's a reset from Ganymede on top of the Chongpeng. I want to stop that from doing anything there. Looks like Gianna's going to be dropping in. There's nothing Taz can do about it.
This is the potential for it to happen, though. Hathor with the skill 3. Does she hit? Does she miss? Needs to get a big sleep here.
Everybody needs to go down here. And TARS does not get the Chongpeng.
You know, in this situation, it's actually okay. Chongpeng is reset. He does have to wake up one target to push back anyways, but a little unfortunate it had to be the unit that has so much aggressive pushback here.
There's the ventilate back, but there's the glancing as well. Oh, glancing not being applied as well.
Wants the extra turn here. Does he get it? Whoa, he gets the extra turn. It's glancing.
Well, there's Hathor with the Daily Promise once again, putting everybody down, but not that Chongpeng again.
Needs to use the seal magic. Can't risk it into the skill 3 here. Wusa does have heal potential in 1 turn, so it's not looking great. Oh, the extra turn there for TARS. TARS is starting to bring it back.
Yep, TARS able to turn it around here, able to heal up his team with that big skill too. So much damage and utility coming out of Wusa nowadays.
Ooh, goes for the Water Ryu. Does push the Water Ryu back into the passive and the sleep, but Water Ryu is going to get a turn here before the Hathor. I don't think it's on Despair, though.
May not be. You can see Daily Promise coming out once again, put everybody back to sleep, reduce the attack bars, of course. I think the unit of focus is going to be this Water Ryu.
Oh, but note he missed the sleep on the Hagang. It's not super relevant because he can push it back again, but Hagang is on Despair, so there's a little bit of a risk involved.
He's glancing on top of this Water Ryu as well, able to get some strips here, of course.
Oh, misses the skill 2, though. A little bit more damage can come out, just barely breaks that shield there. Ganny's going to have another rotation here. Hopefully no proc for the Pontos, otherwise it's not going to be good for TARS.
Oh. Big Despair stun on top of this Wusa. Wusa needs to get a little bit of sustain back onto the field with that skill 2. TARS can't lose out on the
turns carefully. He knows he counted the turns properly. He knows that the Water Ryu has the passive available still.
Yep, there's the reset. There's the additional turn as well. He could ventilate back. Oh, back onto the Hathor. He does have that skill 2 available. Eliminates that Water Ryu. TARS feeling a little bit more comfortable now.
Oh,
Big sigh of relief.
Meta to see, though. What an old meta to see. Ganny Hathor. Never thought I'd see this come back, but you know, with Wusa and also with the additional damage from units like Juno or Bird, can actually run these cups fairly effectively still.
Yep, you can see TARS is trying to get rid of this Hagang as soon as possible. He's not really worried about the Pontos. That's the unit he's just going to keep locked down, and that's going to be it there. And TARS responds in round 2.
I'm going to be honest. I thought you said Antares for a second there, and I thought it was a really good pun. I thought it was a perfect pun. Antares comes back round 2, even though he's not drafted in that match. But I got to say, it's incredible to see Ganny Hathor again. It is a very clean comp that, when played right, it's very hard to break out of that combination.
Yeah, it really is. It could just keep you back for so long. And what makes it even more impactful, the additional turns. And those additional turns did come out for Ganny, able to ventilate back into the Hathor, able to violent proc and even get those resets when he needed it to. And ultimately also having glancing. Glancing such a strong debuff to apply to the enemy. On a multi-hitting skill as well.
Yeah, it doesn't do too much against the strip opportunities here, since strips can apply through glance, but it does stop a little bit of extra damage from the Water Ryu. And when you're in these situations, you're running these, I only have the Wusa skill 2 to heal me, that extra little bit of mitigation is enough to win a match.
Yep, most definitely. Pre-bans from last time. Okeanos and Tian Lang getting pre-banned. New pre-bans coming out here, and it is going to be Pontos and Gianna.
I hope TARS can pick something a little differently. I also hope that ISMOO doesn't go again for the Leo Antares Bird. However, it is a very strong comp, so if he does pick it, I'd be interested to see if TARS has the available counters for it.
Well, they're locking these units down really quickly. Connell comes out, responded by ISMOO with the Wusa and Chung Peng. Taz looking to draft 2 more units, slowing it down. Thinking about it here.
I think TARS should just go full aggression into this. I don't think the Ganny's the pick here, but I do think full aggression is very strong into what ISMOO has available right now.
I feel like, yeah, once we saw that Water Ryu, the more come out, I was like, I feel like we're going to see that Ganny once again, though. There it is. Oh,
here it is. ISMOO going in for the same thing. We're going to see a round 1 pick all over again. What does ISMOO have to respond with? Even if he picks the same things, I think banning out this Leo is going to be a pretty impactful difference for him.
Well, Nana's coming out, and ISMOO banned out the Nana last time, and I think TARS needs to have an extremely impactful last pick for ISMOO not to ban out this Nana.
Taking a Verd away from ISMOO could be very effective here as well if he has a violent Verd. Tian Lang, it's not good into the Antares, but it is very good to deny the Verd. So maybe it is the right pick here for TARS.
Yeah, we'll see. It just really depends what this last pick is for ISMOO. I don't think ISMOO is going to be drafting the Verd. Now, if he drafts the Verd, he's putting a ban on top of this Tian Lang, but then he's saying he's playing the Annabelle.
It always has to be Annabelle
Annabelle's
in
a great
situation. think you still ban the same though. You still ban out the Leo, and then on the opposite side you take out the Nana, right? Or you take out the
I
Gani.
think you still ban the Nana.
Right?
Oh, Gani is very, very strong. You're right.
I'm gonna say Nana Leos are the bans here. But Annabelle's so scary. Annabelle defense break is so scary. I guess TARS agrees with us. Annabelle's too scary to leave on the field.
Yep, Annabelle Gani gonna get banned out here. This is gonna be wild. We're gonna see what this game 3 has to offer with ISMOO and TARS. Is Antares going to do Antares things? Well, there's an HP lead sitting on the side of TARS and a wind defense lead for ISMOO here. Let's find out. Can ISMOO get a repeat of that first match? Can TARS get a nice little upset?
This could be
here?
revenge. That could be a revenge Tianlang. That's kind of scary. Oh, huge stun from the Nana!
Triple despair stun Nana. Absolutely insane. Pummeling massive damage with that Connell as well. Huge
and it's
skill
over.
2 damage. That's it.
It's over.
That's it.
The anti-Leo cleave.
Insane. Just that was crazy amount of damage coming from TARS. He was so prepared for that draft there.
That was so fast. It was just, I blinked and it was over. Those stuns from the Nana were huge, though. I think without those, I truly think that ISMOO had a pretty good chance. However, with the defense breaks landing, it's still not very good. There's a lot of damage from the Cardinal skill 3, but having Chungpong still up at the end there with the skill 3 potential, like if he violent procs or skill 3s into the Tianlang, he does deny a lot of damage, which gives him the chance to live.
In this next match, I don't think ISMOO's going to play the Nana again. I think he's not letting it through. He's either banning it or is pre-banning it even.
Pretty scary. It's hard though. TARS has Tianlang, he has Gianna. There's a lot of really hard units to play against. Those are definitely some GG draft units. I think Tianlang is definitely a GG draft unit depending on when he picks it, but TARS just picks it for damage. Almost like we saw in that Diligent game. You know, he picked it, it didn't stun anyone, but it did like 9,000 damage on the first turn.
No, there's your pre-bans from last time. Pontos and Gianna were the pre-bans. They are now available into this game 4. New pre-bans are going to be coming out shortly.
There it is. Chungpong pre-ban. I do like the Chungpong pre-ban.
Well, first pick goes to ISMOO this time. Wonder what ISMOO's going to be taking. Possibly that Connell again.
To be fair, I think we've seen ISMOO pick Chungpong every game, right?
I believe so.
It was pretty effective. Even in the Gani Hathor match, it had a lot of impact, and one violent proc from it could have been enough to end the game. Well, there it is. Like you called it.
Saw that Gianna.
Yeah, you're happy that he's not taking the Gianna right away.
And more Okeanos coming out for Taz here.
Seeing a little bit more of Diligent coming out in this match. Gives the Gani away to ISMOO. Hagang could come out as an opportunity here.
I think this looks a little bit like that first match. I have a weird feeling ISMOO's going to be drafting that in TARS because it was the same setup. Fire and Bison, Gani Wusa, and I believe it was Antares in that match for number 1.
I think we see Hagang here, don't we? So he takes it away so he can't pick it against him. But it's still good into the Antares. It's good into the Verd. Oh my goodness, we're seeing it.
I don't know how I feel about the Shushu. It's like he went from all this aggressive turn 1 to, you know, things may not work out for me. I'll draft a Shushu instead. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Shushu is I don't really have a super strong opinion of Shushu. It's hard to see it a lot, and there's not a lot of players that pick it. It's super hit or miss. Either you destroy somebody with it, or it's just not enough. But I'm worried that in this case, I think TARS might have given up too much pressure by taking it.
Savannah's going to be coming out for TARS here. It's a nice fast defense breaker. I feel like he's showing a ban on top of the Connell now.
Savannah's great here. I think we might actually see the Annabelle ban for no cleanse. Arnold's always safe for a ban. No HP leader is really nice.
Yeah, Most definitely. Giving him only accuracy leads to use, which isn't so bad with an Annabelle and Diana. It looks like Annabelle is going to be the ban. Savannah getting banned out. Speed lead for TARS. HP lead for ISMOO. We've got round 4, guys, with ISMOO and TARS. Let's get into it.
I'd save the skill 2 here for the AoE stun. It's a pretty good opportunity. Reset into the... Oh, might not even need to reset. The Gianna moves in front there. Gets the 4-man stun. There it is.
A beautiful 4-man stun. Reset possibly coming out onto the Wusa. Yep, and he lands it, of course.
All right. Here it is. The Shushu doing exactly what it needs to do in this composition. Denies the violent proc there from the Ganny.
Yep. Violent proc does absolutely nothing. Goes to the Ventilate to get his skills up on the Wusa that was reset. Bomb's coming out to hold back that Diana from transforming. Doesn't land the bomb anyways, though.
Need the big stun here. Needs to take down the Wusa. Is he going to get it? No stun on the Wusa, though. Wusa does have skill 3 available now.
Yep, skill 3 available to save his team here. If he violence into a second skill to heal up his team just a little bit. Does not receive it, though.
Oh, need the big violent here from the Cardinal. Nothing. Gianna's going to have it. She's going to skill 2 into the skill 3. It's going to be a rotation of the stuns, and it's not going to be good for ISMOO.
But there it is. Even though he can't plant the bomb, it's more important that he gets that third skill to do absolutely nothing.
It does deny the most important unit, though. Does deny the Cardinal. Cardinal could proc. He's going to go for the damage. Here's the rotation of the Diana.
Ooh, a lot of damage coming from Diana there.
Does Oki have skill 2? If Oki has skill 2, the reset into the Cardinal will be absolutely massive here. An extra turn for ISMOO. Diana's going to take out the Gianna. Oh, here it comes back. Gianna missing that stun and just absolutely needed to lock down a couple more units in this opportunity here.
Yeah, Okeanos can get a big kill here on top of the Diana. Diana should be dropping here. Diana does stay alive, but I think he's going to be doing a little bit of poke damage here. And it is to drop that Diana. Get the additional turn as well, preparing some immunity for his team.
That was the perfect turn there. He needed to deny the opportunity for ISMOO to get the violent proc. And from the seal magic here. Oh, the extra turn for ISMOO. ISMOO does have Ventilate back again. Extra turn from Cardinal. The Shushu gets so much value from this.
A lot of damage coming out of this Fire and Bison on top of the Okeanos. Okeanos not looking so strong right now, but Shushu with skills up. Some nice heals on top of this Okeanos.
Okeanos does have skill 3. Could use the reset here on the water reel, but I don't think it's worth it. Might go for the Ventilate into the... Doesn't go for it. He goes for the reset.
A little bit of more poke damage happening to this Fire and Bison. Fire and Bison may still go for this skill 3 to just deal more additional damage as Okeanos. Well, Okeanos got Rain of Stones himself, looking to stun everybody up on the side of ISMOO. Not getting the stun, though, on top of this Wusa.
Wusa with a big violent proc potential. No violent proc for Wusa. Everybody has skills, though. Ganny's got the skill 2. The reset. We probably want to reset the Wusa here.
He might go for damage on top of this Okeanos, and he does go for the reset on top of the Wusa. Lands it. Water, you're looking to go for more damage on top of this Fire and Bison. We've got the sustain from Shushu.
If he gets this proc, it's going to be massive.
Heal.
No proc, though. Oh, a big 2-turn sleep from the Wusa into the Okeanos.
Yeah, into additional turns as well. Oki down for 2.
Give this to the Cardinal. Cardinal does have skill 3 opportunity. It's going to be pretty good. It could be enough to make Gibson win, but he doesn't do it. He waits. He saves it.
And it goes finally back onto the Wu, so he has that skill 2 and the skill 3 up here. Lands that provoke on top of the Water Ryu. More. Not finishing off the Fire and Bison here. Here comes the shields to protect his Fire and Bison from dying.
Might go for the skill 2. I think the skill 3 is a safer play, but the strip opportunity does come up pretty soon here. Oh, the violent proc Wusa popping off again. Gets them both.
All right, here comes the big strip. Applying a little bit of damage to the side of ISMOO. ISMOO trying his darnest to take care of this Okeanos. Oh, the Shushu heals. Shushu coming in so handy right now.
This is going to be enough damage. No violent proc will save ISMOO from not dying to this. No violent proc, but he wants it anyways. There's the extra turn there for the Wusa. Wusa absolutely determined to take down ISMOO's, TARS' Okeanos here. A little bit more chip healing. The skill 2 can kill, though.
Yep, that skill 2 is definitely going to be killing the Okeanos here. I mean, I got to give sustain to... Well, technically both players have sustain, though.
Yeah, the sustain game in this situation is looking pretty good for ISMOO. The sustain does a lot of damage is the problem here.
It is the reset attack bar reduction, not on the Shushu with a skill 1, Shushu with a skill 1. Nope, he goes to the skill 3.
Wants the immunity. Immunity strong on both sides. Attack up 50% though. This is going to start to hurt. Oh, but the extra turn for Wusa yet again.
Yeah, Woos is killing it with these procs right now. So impactful to get that skill 2 up as soon as possible. I wouldn't even ventilate fire him, but he's going to be ventilating anyways.
He wants to save it. He's staying prepared. The skill 2 opportunity is here.
Oof. It's so much damage from that skill 2 on Wusa. Glancing being reapplied here. No dice happening here on top of this Moor. He's not getting anything out of it.
Moor's in a pretty good place here. So 1 turn away from on Wusa. Oh, he didn't kill the Wusa. If Ganny Violent procs, it could be enough to win the game here.
Ooh, nothing happening here. Goes for the heal, gets his immunity up. Wusa looking for a violent proc.
No extra turn.
Violent proc. There's the kill on the Wusa. TARS with a sigh of relief here.
ISMOO does have the potential to win this. There's a lot of additional damage here from the Ganymede, but it's not looking good because Water Ryu also does a lot of additional damage. No sustain here for ISMOO.
So much sustain. Oh, the skill 2 with additional damage, dealing so much damage to Ganymede. Ganymede looking for the attack bar reduction reset. Here comes more healing. Oh, here comes the additional turns. That is going to be it for ISMOO. TARS taking down ISMOO and moving forward.